Kabuto, I just want to apologize for all the trouble that Naruto has caused you in the Sound Village, but right now there's really not much I can do about it. For starters, most of my ninja are out on missions right now, and I really can't afford to send anyone to the Sound Village to drag Naruto back here to Konoha. I would do it myself, but right now I'm in a power struggle with my own advisors. Yeah, that's right, my advisors. They chime in on everything, and if I don't ask their opinion, and they criticize every decision I make. They act like they're Hokage here. Hello, who was named Fifth Hokage? I was. God, those two drive me crazy sometimes. Anyway, not only do I have to deal with them, but I also have to deal with Danzo. And he's been a royal pain in everyone's ass ever since Sarutobi-sensei became the third Hokage. And if I step 1 centimeter out of this village, one of them will try to take over, and that's really not something I can have happen right now. But don't worry, I'm not going to have you suffer all by yourself, because that would be cruel and inhuman, and I'm just not like that, because I'm a nice person. So I decided to go to Konoha's archive, and I came across a book that might be able to help you. It's a required reading assignment for all genin in this village, and it was written by Jiraiya during the time he was working on his Make Out Paradise series. And it's called Understanding Dopes, How to Handle a Peanut Butter and Ramen Eating Kyuubi for Dummies. Now, this is the downloaded version of the book, because the book is actually this big. I'm not kidding you. There's a lot of information in there. And I wasn't going to have you suffer by me reading the whole thing to you, so I'm just going to do the first 3 chapters because they seem to deal with the problems you're having with Naruto in the Sound Village right now. So here we go. Chapter 1. Understanding Acting Out. Now, you mentioned that Naruto was drawing on corpses, breaking things, and tripping people. Naruto did something similar when he was 12 years old here in Konoha. Possible reasons for this were that he was being put down by people around him, or he wasn't getting attention for those he wanted acceptance from. And I think it's the second reason for you, because with the whole Sasuke mission thing. When Naruto ran into Sasuke, I bet Sasuke did either one of 2 things. He either totally ignored him, or he put him down saying he was a loser and he wasn't worth fighting. Well, possible solutions to this are that you spend more time with him. Now, I know you really don't want to do that, Kabuto, but it will help him calm down, and he won't be as destructive as he is now. So do things that Naruto likes to do, like go to ramen shops. Don't worry, I will reimburse you for all the ramen you had to buy, but you'll have to wait because I'm kind of dealing with debt collectors right now. Chapter 2. Annoy you much? Now, you mentioned that Naruto is just driving you absolutely crazy, and he's making a mess of your bacteria cultures, and you just can't stand it. Well, a possible reason for this is that Naruto's lonely, and he really doesn't have anything to do. Which makes a lot of sense, because Naruto's been gone for a good couple of months now, and I haven't heard a single thing about his mission, so it makes sense. Now, possible solutions for this are that you put him under a genjutsu. A peaceful one, mind you, but you put him under a genjutsu. Like a date with Sakura, or him hanging out with Sasuke, something like that. But another thing you can do is keep your stuff away from him. I mean, Kabuto, you are a couple inches taller than him. Just put your stuff on a higher shelf, so that way his peanut butter doesn't get in your bacteria cultures. I mean, that's like the first rule that everyone knows about labs. You don't bring food into a lab. It just, you're not supposed to do that. I thought you would know that by now. Anyway, Chapter 3. You want him out of your hair? Okay, you mentioned you just want him out of the Sound Village, and he's driving you absolutely crazy. But, let me tell you, locking him in a freezer won't do any good. Actually, that'll cause more trouble, because Sakura won't deal with that very well. She'll probably come down there and beat the shit out of you herself. And I don't think Sasuke will take too kindly to that either, because, well, he's technically Sasuke's best friend, and I think he wants to kill him himself, so I rather wouldn't do that. But violence, however, is a solution. It worked for Sakura and I a lot of times, because we want our personal space, and Naruto is always bugging us. So, just beat the shit out of him, like the illustration demonstrates. I know taijutsu isn't your thing, Kabuto, but you're a medic, I'm sure you can handle it. And also, you can act a little scary sometimes. If you freak him out, like threaten to throw a chair at him or constantly yell and scream, I'm sure he'll leave you alone. So I hope that helped you, Kabuto, and I do hope I'll be able to drag him out of the Sound Village pretty soon, so you won't have to deal with him anymore. But until then, I hope that helped. And as for crazy Uchiha, I totally understand because I've had to deal with them ever since I was a little girl. And I swear that Sasuke is exactly like Madara. And Madara was always insane. He's still insane. But eating footage, that's really something new. I haven't heard that one before, but I guess Uchiha can get weirder over time. Oh, you did mention that my liver is suffering with all the alcohol I'm consuming. I'm really tired of hearing all the lectures from you and Shizune and then half the other villagers. But, good news. I did decide to stop drinking sake for a while. I've started drinking water because I know that's better for you. However, there's a problem. I've gotten crazier. I'm more violent than I used to be when I had sake, and most of my ninja are afraid to get near me now. And I think there's a petition going around Konoha and the other local towns that are trying to get me to drink sake again. So I really don't think that it's going to work. I'm going to continue to drink sake with moderation, but still, you're not going to be able to get me to stop. And you're complaining about Shizune again. Alright, what exactly about her don't you like? I mean, I can understand her trying to kill you when we first met. Yeah. I really don't understand what your problem is with her, Kabuto. Though I have to tell you that the feeling is rather mutual. She doesn't really like you either because, well, first of all, you tried to kill me, and while you were hanging out with Orochimaru, so she really doesn't like you much either. But I will tell you that a lot of people have said that you and Shizune would make a great couple. Okay, don't get mad, don't throw anything at me, it's not my fault, I'm just the messenger. But to an extent, I would have to agree with them, because you guys would make a good couple once you put your differences aside. Though, a lot of people have also said that Orochimaru and I would make a great couple, which is kind of creepy in its own little way. But don't get me wrong, I do love Orochimaru. He's always been one of my bestest friends and everything, but I really don't think we'd make a great couple. Let's see, what else do I have to talk to you about? Oh yeah, speaking about Orochimaru, I heard recently that you had incorporated him into your body, which is kind of a little freaky, if you ask me, but hey, that's your life, I'll let you do whatever you want, but I know Orochimaru has a habit of liking to take over people's bodies, and I really don't know how you're going to handle that. Unless you wanted to take over your body, that's of course your decision, but I'm wondering how you're handling that. I hate to cut you short there, Kabuto, but I have to go see some snot-nosed brats. No, excuse me. Academy students for a history lesson. Why they want to hear history from me, I don't know, but that's what they want, and I shouldn't keep them waiting. Because especially, I think Iruka would be very annoyed that I don't show up on time, and I'd rather not do a Kakashi. So I'm going to head out. I look forward to hearing Naruto's report, because I really want to know what's been happening over the past couple of months. But it was great hearing from you, Kabuto, and I hope things turn out better for you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.